Hey, everyone. It's time to prepare for what feels like a brewing storm in the markets. If you've been following the news this weekend, you already know it's been wild. Between the tumbling stock market and a massive crypto shakeup, things are starting to feel unstable. And it's all been triggered by the economic uncertainty surrounding the latest tariffs from the current administration. Stocks are down. Crypto's down. Bitcoin? Down to $76,000 this morning. Ethereum? Hovering around $1,480. And unfortunately, that downward trend doesn't look like it's stopping today. Now, as for Pi Network, there's not a whole lot of new news today. But there are some important metrics to go over, and a few user comments I think are really worth responding to. And yes, we'll touch on PDAO swap, though a full deep dive is coming soon. You've been asking for it, and trust me, it's on the way. Let's talk numbers. Circulating supply is now at 6.8 billion PI coins, with 10.5 million more migrated in just the past 24 hours. That's a bit slower than yesterday, which saw almost 15 million. But hey, it's still movement. Unlocked PI, the rewards that are now free to trade, has reached 1.734 billion, rising by 3.36 million overnight. More liquidity, more action. Now, Pi coin itself is currently trading at 56 cents, with a market cap of around $3.81 billion. Daily trading volume sits at roughly $413.9 million, but that's almost a 50% drop compared to yesterday. Yeah, the price is trending downward. But here's the silver lining. It's a controlled descent. We're not seeing those sharp crashes that send everyone into panic mode. This is a steady cool down. It tells us the market is absorbing the supply without spiraling out. Honestly, I'll take that over a sudden collapse any day. Now, let's talk about the community. I read your comments. One in particular stood out. It said, why did it take less than an hour to withdraw PI, but weeks to return to Mainnet? And why do we get silence from the Pi Core team? That's fair. People had huge hopes for Pi Day. Many thought it'd be a turning point, open nodes, increased mining potential, maybe even real, withdrawable coins. But for a lot of folks, it felt like a letdown. Pi Day came and went, and suddenly we were back in tentative status. And then came Pi Fest. Promising in theory. But now even merchants are expressing frustration over unstable pricing since Open Mainnet launched. I get the frustration. Really, I do. But let me say this clearly. I'm not part of the Pi Core team. I don't have special access. I don't get briefings or inside scoops. I just watch, research, analyze, and report. You might not like my answers, but they're honest. And I'll never sell you a fantasy. Here's the truth. Recalling the PI back to wallets is technically easy. It's a fast operation. But putting it back into people's wallets? That's a whole different ballgame. The introduction of two-factor authentication was necessary. Why? Because thousands, maybe millions, of users got their accounts hacked. Weak passwords. Phishing scams. People weren't careful. Now, should the core team have seen that coming and built stronger protections earlier? Maybe. Sure. But at the end of the day, your wallet security is your responsibility. They pulled the plug to protect users. And I stand by that decision. They're not delaying migration out of spite. It's because people need to pass new security layers before their PI can be safely moved again. And don't forget, millions are still in the migration queue. As far as we know, those who had their PI recalled weren't bumped to the front. They're back in line like everyone else. I know that's not the answer some of you wanted, but it's the best one we've got right now. Now, not all the feedback has been critical, and I want to take a second to say thank you to the folks who commented with kind words. You have no idea how much that means. One of you even said the Pi Core team should bring me in as their spokesperson. Hey, I'm open to it. Because, let's be real, their communication style, it could use some help. And yeah, I've heard the comparisons to Ray's United. Some of you feel like his updates are a roller coaster. And I get it. Ray? I love that guy. He's honest. He shows the good, the bad, and everything in between. It is a ride, but that's what makes his content exciting. Me? I try to stay grounded. There's enough negativity out there already. That doesn't mean I ignore the flaws, but I believe in this project. And I'm choosing to keep faith in the long-term vision. Execution? Not perfect. Far from it. But faith? Still intact. And finally, one more comment that caught my eye. Someone said the core team stopped a Binance listing because coins sent to Binance couldn't be returned to PI wallets, and that the two-man team just wants control. Hold up. Where is that coming from? What's the source? Is it confirmed? Because that's a huge claim, and if it's not backed up, it's just noise. We've got to be better than that. Facts matter. So yeah, it's a tough time in the market. Uncertainties everywhere. But if you're part of the Pi Network community, hang in there. Keep asking questions. Stay informed. And above all, stay secure. We're all in this together. And no matter how slow progress feels, progress is happening. If this video helped clear things up or even gave you a little boost, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep this conversation going. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your wallets.